Such a crybaby, I'm sorry. When I met Grandpa, I had a chronic sinusitis, so I always sneeze. Um, Tommy and I usually visit Grandpa since we lived near him when we were in Austin. In one of those earlier visits, Grandpa greeted me with a smile and will say, Sheila, Sacamokos. Later on, I found out what it means. It means mucus or booger. Yeah, that's how Grandpa. That's his terms of endearment every time he sees me. In the Philippines, we call it cariño brutal. It's like literally translated from Spanish, like giving you terms of endearment in a very savage way. When we found out that Grandpa is sick and was given 6 to 8 weeks, Tommy and I decided to come over to Austin because we were already in Wisconsin. We wanted to come over to Austin immediately that weekend, May 12th, Friday. I personally want, and also for Tommy, to see Grandpa, talk to her, talk to him, hug him. May it be the last, we don't know. So we went to Grandpa's house straight from the airport. I did my usual greetings to him, and this is like, we call it mano po, because I'm from the Philippines, so we call it mano po. It's like bless, like you get blessings from the elderly. So every time I greet him, I'll get his right hand and I'll put it in my forehead. And he's so used to that. And then I let him know, I told him like, Grandpa, Sheila Sacamoko is here. And he was laying on the bed. He was so weak. He was like, Uncle Pete said, tell him your name. Tell him who you are. So I said, hey, Grandpa, Sheila Sacamoko is here. And then he replied, he said, Mokos. He was weak that day because he just got out from the hospital. And then the next day, Saturday, Grandpa had a burst of energy and he was able to cruise around his yard in his chair. And it was a good day. The next day, Sunday, it was a happy and kind of sad day because that was May 14th and that is Mother's Day. We were able to spend Mother's Day with Mommy Jane and the family. It was sad because we were going back to Wisconsin that day. And it would be super hard to say goodbye to Grandpa, especially for Tommy. When I was saying goodbye to him, he was making this gesture like he's blowing his nose. And Aunt Vera was like looking at us and it dawned on me that it finally dawned on me that he knows me. He remembers me. And that is his way of saying, Sheila Sacamokos. I just didn't know that it was going to be for the last time. He was my grandpa for almost 7 years. The first time I met him was November of 2010. When I met him, he hugged me and he said to me, "You're so small. You should put some meat on your bones." Yeah, Grandpa, I did 30 pounds. For 2010, it was 30 pounds. I did. But I knew that day that he accepted me in the family. And he became my grandpa from then on. Tommy said, if Grandpa did like me, if he really liked me, then it's a done deal. So I'm here. We're married. He has always been nice to me. Never yells at me, nor he gets grumpy at me. Even when the times when I clip his fingernails and it was too short, he always say, "Oh, the meat, the meat." So I'm like, "What meat?" It's like too short. But he never yells at me. One time I came, I said, I didn't come for a long time, and I was like, Grandpa, I need to cut your fingernails, and he always has gloves. And it was October, and then when I took off his gloves, I was like, oh my God, Grandpa, it's so long. And he said, oh, it's Halloween. I want to say thank you, Grandpa, for all the happy memories with you. We will miss you, but I know you will meet my dad in heaven. Like what Tommy said, I bet your dad will love him as much as we did. And I know they will have like a ball back there in heaven because they're both funny. Rest in peace, Grandpa. You will finally be with the love of your life, Grandma Olivia. But don't forget to tell her about me. We are sad, but we know you are not suffering and you're in heaven now. I love you, Grandpa, and thank you very much. From one of your Japanese granddaughter, Sheila Sacamoko. Grandpa calls all Asian Japanese. It doesn't matter where you are. I keep on telling him, say, Japanese. It's so funny, like he calls me Sakamoko's Japanese, but Tommy said like, oh, it means he really likes you. So I keep on telling him, Grandpa, I'm from the Philippines. Oh no. And then I realized, oh, okay, so every Asian people is Japanese. Like Shelo is Japanese, I am Japanese. So I already accepted that I am Sakamokos and Japanese. But just so it's for the record, Grandpa is the only one who can call me Sakamokos. Thank you.